Hey YouTube, it's Tempest. This is part 3 of the basement build guide. Massive update thingamabob. This is going to be my Lawkeeper Kagero deck. Um, it hasn't really changed that much since the last build, but it's been significant enough that I need to go over it and reaffirm new findings about the deck. Um, and also discuss something else I need to talk about. Discuss something new I haven't decided yet, but I'll go over it. Anyway, I'll get right to the deck. Most of it hasn't changed. Starting Conroe, simple, best starter ever. Um, all right, something else I need to get to when I get there. I'll get there. Trigger lineup is 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. Uh, yep, 4 heal. Oh, the Genjo is hiding. Um, the latest Kagura decks that have been topping have been actually running. My man. All right. Take care. Yeah, don't mind that. I thought it would be quiet then. Maybe it's people. They've been actually been running 7 crit 5 draw with the 5th being a Monica. That has potential. I like having 8 crit for pure aggro. But these actually get damage checked a lot, so I might consider doing that in the future build. So that's one thing I might consider changing, but that's what it is right now. Grid ones, 4 bar, and 4 Gojo. Gojo lets you drop and draw. This will let you switch out your grade 3s that you need, and also your grade 1 boosters. And then Gojo is the only 7k that these guys have, besides Irontail, who sucks. And then Bar is the only 8k they have. So, and you need these guys behind your Arc Dragons and your Lawkeeper, and the new Vanguard I'm going to show you later, to make sure they hit the magic 20-21 number. I also have 2 Kimnara. I might consider taking these out for what's it called? Oh, Iron Tail Dragon. But its ability is pretty good. The counter boss Soul Charge Retire grade 1. With Goku in the deck, it's not nearly as necessary, but I still like it. Iron Tail could be more useful, I suppose. Iron Tail is one I hadn't considered. I will try that, I think, at some point. But Kinar is just a staple, so yeah. And then one other thing was with Conra and Kinara. When set 4 comes out, the Amber Dragons. I don't know if I like it that much. But as far as the ride chain goes, it would really add a lot of consistency to the deck, and it would let me take out my 2 Kimnaras and possibly 2 bars, or maybe a bar on a Gojo for 4 Amber Dragon Daylight, I think as it is. Yeah, because Dawn's the grade 0, Daylight's the grade 1, Dusk is the grade 2. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that would happen. And then I would have more 7k boosters that actually had a point. And then for my grade 2 lineup, I could take out something for the grade 2 version, and then I could just keep Lawkeeper in, because the grade 2s are pretty good. I don't know. It's a thing I'll try. I'll definitely try the Eclipse Amber Dragons White Ride Chain, so that's a good thing to do. Right now, just 2 Kinar, and then 4 Bari, and then grade 2s, 4 Nehalem. I found these. My card shop is giving away the promotional half decks, so I like the alternate artwork on this. It's pretty nice. That's how I finally got 4 Tar also. And then 3 Garp, because it's Garp, it's a 10k, and then 3 Berserk Dragon. Now, there are 2 things I can do with this. I could take out a Garp Rene Harlem and 3 Berserk Dragons for the 4 Ember Dragon Dusks, or I could take out 2 Berserk Dragons, put in another Garp, and put in 2 of the Amber Dragons, because the grade 1 technically acts as a grade 2 because it searches out the grade 3 when you buy the grade 2 on top of it, or whatever. So that's good. Although what I've noticed with this deck is I'm not liking Berserk Dragon so much. Now, all the decks that have been topping have been running it, but what a lot of people are saying is a better idea is actually running 3 Wyvern Strike Tejas. He's good as both a Vanguard and a Rearguard, and he allows you to hit your opponent's back rows, which is unique to him. No other Vanguard in the game can do that, like just attack the Rearguard. And you can do it while he's boosted too. Now, he can only attack the back row of the column that he's in, but it's still pretty nice. You just play him wherever you need the thing retired, and you go for it. Which is really nice because Berserk Dragon wastes 2 counterblast, and usually you're going to be retiring the back row with it anyway. Only downside is Tejas is only an 8k, but really you're only going to be using. Normally you use Kinar, you just call her out, and then you just soul charge her immediately. So your boosters are going to be Gojo and Bar anyway, so you're going to be able to hit the 15-16 with Tejas anyway. So I'm going to put him in. He's not a bad thing at all. Just a matter of, is it better than Berserk Dragon or more consistent? You know, that still requires testing. And honestly, this grade 3 lineup is what I've been trying to test recently. So I'm going to get to it. The lineup here is 14 grade 1s, 10 grade 2s, and 9 grade 3s. Same as my Mirror Triangle deck. That comes pretty standard. The grade 1s are really necessary. You need the 4 Gojos for drop and draw. You need 4 bars for boosting. 3 Lawkeeper. I was thinking about bumping it up to 4 until I found out something really good. I'll get to that in a minute. 2 Goku. I got a second Goku. I find I'm not usually riding him that much because what I'll end up doing is I'll end up drawing Arc Dragon or something else before I can draw Goku. But ideally what this deck does is it wants you to draw and ride Goku immediately and then finish with Lawkeeper. And then you play these 3 on your rear guards to Arc Dragons when you go to finish, because these gain, in the Vanguard circle, he gains 3k when your opponent has 2 or fewer rear guards. He gains 3 when he's on the Vanguard or rear guard and your opponent has 2 or fewer rear guards, blah blah blah. And his limit break, if you didn't know, is 4 more damage, counterblast 1, bind all your opponent's rear guards, so until the end phase they're all removed from play. And then your opponent gets to call 4 of them back during the end phase. So basically what he does is, if your opponent has 5 rear guards, you counterblast 1 and retire 1 of your opponent's choice. You prevent them from intercepting for the turn, and he gains 3k, and so do these guys. For counterblast 1, that's one of the best limit breaks in the game, if not the best, I would say. So yeah, that's that. Goku is really good for keeping your opponent's field clear, but like I said, he's only good as a Vanguard for a while. And honestly, I found a much better choice than Goku, and it's Dragonic Waterfall. When he's in the Vanguard circle, if he attacks the Vanguard, he gains 3k, same as Soul Saber. His skill is, when he attacks, you can discard a grade 3 Kagero from your hand and then give him 10k. So if you're putting pressure on your opponent, you can make him hit for 31k. It's a pretty good finisher. If you haven't killed your opponent by the time you run off counterblast with Lawkeeper, this is a really good finisher. So what I'm thinking is, if I cut the Gokus, and then run maybe 3 Waterfall, and then 3 Lawkeeper, because really Lawkeeper is only meant to be a finisher, but Waterfall will always be consistently good, because it's independent of your opponent's rear guards, and that's another thing with these guys, is because these guys are dependent on your opponent's rear guards too. The only downside is it only gets its effects in the Vanguard circle. So yeah, Goku is working fine, but I think Waterfall is a way better card for this deck, and it really works with the grade 3 synergy. So that is my thoughts. Let me see here. Anything else? Oh yeah. I still have 4 Rakshas, so I guess I could be running 12 crit if I wanted to, but there's really no need. That you really need to draw in is to actually draw into your Arc Dragons for when you go for final turn. 3 Kinara I just think is overkill, especially when you need 4 Gojo. Yeah. I have Overlords in my quote-unquote sideboard. Even though it's not really a sideboard, you get the idea. It's still there. It's extra stuff. And then, yeah, the 3 Tejas is it. And then, yeah, I'm going to consider using Amber Dragons. As far as Heat Nails, Heat Nail Salamander and Flame Seed Salamander, they're great cards, but Heat Nail is only a 6k booster, which is not going to work in this deck. I'm probably going to have to go for Amber Dragon, Daylight, or Iron Tail Dragon to get the boosting power I need. Anyway, that's the Lawkeeper deck. Basically what you do is, in case you didn't know, is yeah, Goku, Shenanigans in your Vanguard circle, or, you know, Waterfall if you need to, and then you ride Lawkeeper, call 2 Arc Dragons, and then make sure you have a Gojo and some bars, because that'll make these hit for 21. Let's make this for 20. And then you limit break so your opponent doesn't have anything to do, and then you just swing for 20k columns. And that's how you play this deck. Because you have 4 Gojos and 4 draw triggers, you can easily drop and draw to search out everything you need. Well, not really search out, but cycle through everything you need, and then Conroe's the starter to let you get Gojo, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, that's the deck. I hope you liked it. It's a little bit different from the last update, anyway. I'm going to go ahead and get to the next video. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe.